from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
Taken in at the 11. Wiggles free. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Murphy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Now Murphy on 3rd down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Murphy on 1st down, and he's got the hook up to Moore. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemish. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
His throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Murphy. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts, flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts. Forced out to his left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Hurts. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw is Murphy on 3rd and 2. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. The throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And unfortunately for him, this montage, not highlights, lowlights in this one, partner.
Way too many mistakes, too many errors. Sometimes it's on the guy throwing the ball, sometimes it's on the teammates, but it all comes back to him. It goes on his ledger. So when you're playing this type of a game, you start to look for other ways to get out of it. Do you throw it to shorter passes, some check downs, maybe use your legs a little bit more, don't throw the ball downfield, all those things you're looking for, and then you got to watch the tape and figure it all out so the next time it doesn't happen again.
So far the tape, 4 interceptions. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cleveland offense ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We begin up at Paul Brown Stadium, Arizona, in town to take on Cincinnati. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Titans. The Texans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Steelers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. Steps away. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Murphy now on 1st and 10. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Murphy completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 1st down, Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And this game a little tough to figure out. He's got the 4 interceptions as we take a look at the struggles. They're winning, though.
If this were a movie, this script would be rejected by everyone in town because this isn't how it's supposed to be. The guy throwing the ball is supposed to be the hero, not the GOAT. But now he's got to find a way to make plays down the stretch that don't hurt his team anymore because they've taken great care of him throughout this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Murphy throwing on 1st down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Moore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Operating from the gun. Murphy. He finds his man. Complete. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Back to throw again. Pass complete to Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now here's a throw. It's complete. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That catch good for only a couple. Now Murphy looking to throw on 2nd down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Murphy toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for him.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Browns are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
56
Here's Murphy on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. To throw is Murphy on 1st and 10. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Murphy now to throw on, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cleveland, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams